Oh, perfect. A parking ticket. That's just what I needed. What a great start to the day. What did I just say? I said it was perfect. Just what I needed. A great start to the day. Did I really mean that? Of course not. Actually, I was quite upset about the parking ticket. I really meant it was not what I needed, and it was a terrible start to the day. This is called sarcasm. It's a way of speaking and using language, a form of irony where we often say the opposite of what we really mean. We use sarcasm to joke, to complain, to tease somebody or tease ourselves, and also just to make our speaking more interesting or to make ourselves sound funnier. Most languages have some form of sarcasm, but in English we use it a lot. Today, let's have a look at some ways that you can recognize sarcasm when you hear it. Because if you don't use sarcasm quite so much in your culture, sometimes English sarcasm can be a little bit difficult to catch. So firstly, and importantly, we can recognize sarcasm from the situation or the context. What do I mean by that? Here's an example. Let's say that somebody makes a bad mistake and you say, "Well done." That's clearly sarcasm because they didn't do well. Our words do not match the situation. Or let's imagine somebody cooks a terrible meal and they burn it really badly. You could say, "Ooh, yummy." Or, "I think it needs a bit longer." Or, "You should open a restaurant." All of these are examples of sarcasm, although they're not very polite. Another way we can recognize sarcasm is by the tone of voice, the way people speak, and people's facial expression, the look on their face. Let's have a look from a TV show. The Great British Bake Off, a cooking competition. In this challenge, the contestants have to make a steamed dish, but one girl has decided to fry some hot chips to serve with her dish. Another contestant teases her. He asks her, "Are you doing steamed chips?" And she replies, "Yeah, I'm doing steamed chips." But listen to the way she says it and look at the expression on her face.
You doing steamed chips?
Yeah, I'm doing steamed chips, yeah.
And again.
Yeah, I'm doing steamed chips.
So even though her words are, "Yeah, I'm doing steamed chips," her meaning is, "What a stupid question. Of course I'm not steaming chips." She communicates this through sarcasm, through her voice and face. Here are some more examples of how your voice can communicate sarcasm. "Well, that's just great. What fantastic news. I love it when this happens. Thank you very much." Of course, different words can have different meanings depending on how we say them. For example, compare "thank you very much" with "thank you very much." The first example is not sarcastic. It's sincere. We mean it. Thank you very much. However, the second example is sarcastic. Thank you very much. You might also notice the way that my facial expression changes with my raised eyebrows and my unsmiling face. You might also notice in these examples that I use quite strong language to make the sarcasm clearer. I don't say, "What good news?" I say, What fantastic news. I don't say thank you. I say thank you very much. These are forms of exaggeration or making our language stronger so that we have more of a sarcastic effect. Exaggeration is really popular in sarcasm, but exaggeration is not only about using strong words like very or fantastic. We can also exaggerate a situation. Here's a good example from the TV show Friends. In this clip, the character Ross has just gotten a really bad fake tan.
Hold on. There's something different.
I went to that tanning place your wife suggested.
Was that place the Sun?
We see Chandler using exaggeration to be sarcastic. He suggests Ross's tan is so bad, so extreme, he must have gone somewhere as hot as the sun. But that's not the only example of sarcasm in this clip. Chandler also says, "Hold on, there's something different." This is normally something we say when someone has made a really small change to their appearance. For example, maybe they got a slight haircut, or they're wearing an earring, or something little. His joke, which is also sarcasm, is that he can't quite work out what Ross has done differently. Of course, this is sarcasm because it's very obvious and clear what Ross has done. He looks completely different. This is the opposite of exaggeration. It's called understatement, where we actually use words to make something sound smaller or less important than it really is. And we often do this in sarcasm as well. For example, it's freezing cold outside. There's a snowstorm. Everything is frozen. Somebody asks you, "How's the weather outside?" And you say, "Yeah, it's a little bit chilly." This is understatement because you're taking a situation which is extreme, it's really cold, and making it sound less than it really is. Or maybe you went out for a feast with your friends and you ate so much food and now everyone is really full. You can use understatement by referring to the meal as a light snack or say that you just had a bite to eat. You can also be sarcastic by saying things like, I'm still a bit peckish, pretending that you're still hungry even though you had so much to eat. Or asking your friends, "Anyone for dessert?" when you know there's no way anyone will want to eat more. Now that we've looked at examples of English sarcasm, it's time for you to try to recognize it for yourself. I'm going to play a video from the movie Thor: The Dark World. In this scene, Thor and Loki have stolen a spaceship and they're trying to escape. Watch the scene and see if you can identify the sarcasm.
Now they're following us. Now they're firing at us.
Yeah, thank you for the commentary, Loki. It's not at all distracting.
You know, this is wonderful. This is a tremendous idea. Let's steal the biggest, most obvious ship in the universe and escape in that. Flying around the city, smashing into everything in sight so everyone can see us. It's brilliant, Thor. It's truly brilliant.
To help you, I've put the words on the screen. Pause the video and take a look. Where is the sarcasm? To be honest, in this video, nearly everything the characters say is sarcastic. Thor sarcastically thanks Loki for his commentary, telling him all the things that are happening behind them. He says it's not distracting, but of course he means that Loki is distracting him. Later, Loki pretends to admire Thor and his idea. What a great idea, he says. And obviously his whole speech is very sarcastic. Okay, here's one more video. This example comes from the excellent YouTube series Abroad in Japan. If you have any interest in the country of Japan, I really recommend this YouTube channel. In this video, Chris and Connor are going to spend one night camping on an island. What sarcasm can you hear?
That is our supplies.
That's like enough for a year.
Exactly, see?
Why do we have so much stuff?
Well, if I'm going to go and spend a day on an island, I need to be fully prepared, right?
Is there a massage chair in there? You probably brought that with you, didn't you?
Well, you wanted to cook, right? You've got a chopping board, you've got a spatula, you've got a bag of crisps.
Mystery meat. Yay.
Again, that was probably a little bit fast and difficult to hear, so here are the words that they just said. If you want to pause the video to take a look, see if you can find the sarcasm. So Connor is being sarcastic here. Firstly, he's making jokes because there's so much stuff in the boat. He exaggerates and says there's enough for a year and that there must be even a massage chair in there, though of course he knows that's not true. He also makes a joke about the content of the bag. Chris lies and says that it's a bag of crisps, but actually it's some mysterious meat, so Connor sarcastically pretends to be excited about eating the mystery meat. So now that you've listened to some examples of sarcasm in English, hopefully it will become a little bit easier to recognize it when you hear it. Good luck, and thanks for watching.